Now, just as of recently, the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, my favorite ETF known as ticker symbol SCHD, just announced their most recent dividend, which was a substantial increase year over year for Q1, and which is also going to substantially increase our income on an ongoing basis based off of the most recent trailing 12-month payouts. But there are a few things that some investors are confused about when it comes to this most recent increase, and I do want to talk about all that and go over everything else you need to know in this video. So if you're like myself and you own shares of SCHD, or maybe you've ever thought about it, make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. Now, just to back things up for a second, SCHD my A to Z dividend investing ebook has helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker that I'm constantly using here on the channel has also helped so many investors stay on track and allow them to see their dividend income in real time. Well, today I have another treat for you guys. I'm not only going to offer you my A to Z dividend investing ebook and the custom dividend tracker, but also just for a short limited time, I'm going to be adding in my brand new weekly dividend blueprint ebook to show you how you can get started with weekly dividend ETFs and add this into your investing strategy. This offer is not going to last long, so go ahead and click the first link down below in my description, and you're going to get both ebooks and the custom dividend tracker bundle. But like I said, please act fast because this won't be around for long. Now let's get back into the video. Now, just to back things up for a quick second, SCHD did announce their Q1 for 2025 dividend of 24.88 cents. Now, this is up quite a bit compared to last year's March 2024 dividend of just over 20 cents per share. Now, to be specific, this is a 22% more or less increase year over year, which a lot of us dividend growth investors are looking for anywhere from 6%, 8%, 10% growth as far as dividend goes. So a 20+% year over year dividend growth is massive. Now, some of the confusion from the community that I've been seeing that I do want to clear up just so everyone knows what's going on. If you look at the most recent dividend payout for March of 2025, it is down around 6% from the previous payout back in December, which was just about 26.5 cents. But what a lot of investors really have to look at is the year over year change percentage, looking at Q1 compared to previous Q1, looking at Q2 compared to the previous year's Q2 dividend, etc., etc. Which, by the way, if you look at the percentage change from previous years, quarter after quarter, as you can see right here, besides a few here and there, SCHD has not only been raising their dividends consistently year over year, but as you can see, some of these raises are in the 20+% range, which means a lot more dividend income for us holders. Now, what's also super crazy to see is that if we go back to March 2015, around 10 years ago or so, SCHD was paying around 9 cents per share per quarter, which if you go off of that, this most recent payout of almost 25 cents means that in the last decade or so, the Q1 dividend is about 2.5 times as much. Now, again, if you just have a few shares of this ETF, if you're just building out your position, these dividend increases are not going to necessarily change your entire life overnight. But remember that in a relatively short amount of time, this ETF has basically tripled the amount of income it's now paying to investors in the form of dividends, which is definitely substantial. I mean, extrapolate out in the next 10 or so years, if instead of around 25 cents per share per quarter, imagine we're getting paid around 50 cents or 75 cents per share per quarter on the exact same shares that you currently own as of today. Now, it doesn't take a math genius to figure out that that's going to substantially change things for you and your financial future, especially if you do hold on to, say, hundreds or maybe even thousands of shares. Now, that brings me into my next point. As of right now, I have around 2,454 shares as a last count across all my portfolios combined. Now, with SCHD's new annual payout trailing 12-month amount of $1.04, my total dividend income for the year and total monthly income has went up substantially. Now, again, remember, if the dividend growth rate keeps growing like it has historically, it's only going to be a matter of a few years until I see a boatload more income compared to what I'm currently earning as of right now. So my main takeaway with this most recent dividend increase and what I really want to drive home for all of you guys that might be sort of on the fence on whether or not you are excited about it, etc. This dividend increase is a massive one compared to the most recent Q1 dividend, which is amazing. SCHD ETF is still the ETF that offers a ton of diversification, exposure to defensive names. The ETF is cheap to hold on to. It pays a decent yield of around 3.6% starting as of right now, but also over time, this ETF's total return has allowed investors with even relatively small portfolios to compound those portfolios into massive ones. I mean, the ETF in the max time frame now, as far as total return goes, is up around 409%. So when it comes to this ETF as of right now, I personally am still as bullish as ever, especially because Q1 year over year, this dividend increase is amazing. But now lastly, before I go, I do have one question for you guys down below. With the most recent dividend increase for Q1 regarding SCHD, are you personally excited about this most recent dividend or not? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.